Hey guys, it's Miss Landry, and this lesson is lesson 1.1, and it's about observation and inference. So I really want you to know the difference between the two and how we're going to use them in class. Chemistry is a lot of observing, and then from the observation, you kind of make an inference or a prediction about what is going to happen. So let's jump right in. Excuse me. So an observation is factual, meaning it's something that everyone can kind of agree on. So, for example, if you were looking at this, at me in this image, an observation would be that I'm wearing glasses, or that my hair is gray, or that I have a funny shirt on. Well, although funny is actually not a fact, but it's usually collected with our senses, so sight, touch, hearing, sound, all those things. Taste can be one, but not in the chemistry lab. So remember, our safety rules are going to include not eating anything in the lab. So taste is not one that I want you to use. So here's a picture. And I want you to take just a minute and think about some observations that you can make on this. So go ahead and pause the video, answer the question of what would be an observation about this. Okay, so hopefully some of the observations were there's two kids. It appears that there's smoke. One kid has goggles on. There's liquid in some of the containers. So those are observations. We're not actually adding any beliefs into it or opinions into it. It is just pure fact, okay? So that's a little bit different from an inference. An inference is when you take all of your past experience and your knowledge and you basically come up with an explanation for what is happening in the situation. And inferences are often wrong or partially wrong, but it's okay. And that's part of learning. So here's that picture again. And I want you to pause the video and go ahead and choose what you think is actually an inference. Okay, so an inference could be that a chemical experiment exploded, something caught on fire, the kids are doing something they shouldn't. Those are all inferences, right? Like the fact that there's smoke, we have learned through life that where there's smoke, there's fire. They look like they have some burn marks on them. Their hair is all crazy. Those are observations that help us interpret what is occurring. So that would be an example of inference. Now we use both of these to make a prediction. So we use inference, which is based on an observation, to make a theory about what is going to happen. In chemistry, we're going to do a lot of that with reactions, how an atom behaves, how gases behave. And much like an inference, this can also be wrong. I could make a prediction about, I don't know, putting two things together and it's going to create this product, and then it doesn't. So predictions are kind of the last step. So I'm going to give you a couple things here, and I want you to just think, and we haven't really learned this, so it's okay to be wrong. Predict if you think a chemical reaction actually took place. I'm going to pull up some pictures. So here's the first one. This is a picture of paper being ripped. Do you think a chemical reaction took place? The truth is it did not. This is just, it's still paper, no matter if it's ripped or not. How about nails that are rusting? Do you think a chemical reaction took place when the nails rusted? It actually did. Sorry, my cat's here. This is called oxidation, and it is a chemical reaction. How about when fireworks go off? Do you think that's a chemical reaction? And the answer is yes, that is a chemical reaction. So here's our last picture, I think, of water boiling in a pot and turning into steam. Do you think that this is a chemical reaction? Just predict. Did it happen? The answer is no. This is actually a phase change. So it's going from liquid to gas. So now in your notebooks, I do want you guys to write down 3 observations and 3 inferences for this picture right here. So pause the video and go ahead and do that. And then once you have those down, you're going to do the same thing with this image. So 3 observations and 3 inferences. And that is it for this video. Make sure you know the difference between an observation and an inference, and that you can identify what it is. So like, for example, on this picture, if I said it has snowed, then that would be an observation. Okay, so have a great day, guys. Thanks.